come to my attention that last night there was a sport on. Is this correct? It was the one with the men and the tiny... They're too tight, those shorts. Does no one see this? I don't know a lot about sport, so when it's on, I tend to ask a lot of annoying questions. How many points is a goal? Is AFL rugby? Has he raped anyone? Today's question, though, is a little different. Why is it that last night, in the 12-hour window from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m, women and children in New South Wales were 40% more likely to become victims of domestic violence? Because the main thing that happened last night was the State of Origin, which is a sport. Now, I'm not the one putting those two together, by the way. That would be La Trobe University, so you can at them. They examined incidents recorded by the Bureau of Stats on and around game nights over a 5-year period. They found, consistently, that across New South Wales, on State of Origin night, there was an average 40% increase in domestic violence incidents. There was also a 71% increase in non-domestic violence. Violence for everybody. Now, why is this happening? Critics, of course, have their opinions.
The State of Origin's particular celebration of heavy drinking, masculinity, tribalism and the toxic level of aggressive alcohol promotion have collided in such a way as to encourage drinking to excess and domestic violence.
I mentioned annoying questions before. Here's one. What does the NRL make of that? And what is the NRL doing to tackle the issue? We put that question to the NRL, but unfortunately we didn't hear back in time. If I may inject a healthy cynicism, I know, I hate being that girl, but I am, so here we are. I don't know how committed the NRL is and or would be to tackling domestic violence when there are several players currently in the NRL who have either pled guilty to or have been found guilty of a domestic violence offence. Like, how much is it a priority for your code, really, if you're hiring players who come with fairly damning allegations they've hurt their partners? You know, it's not like you didn't know.
We knew about horrific Matt Lodge abuse allegations.
See? And look, all this stuff is not particular to the NRL. Here's a report about an increase in women seeking domestic violence services during the AFL Grand Final. You know when this report's from, though? 2004. We've known about the potential correlation between big sporting matches and domestic violence for a decade and a half, at least. Meanwhile, in 2016, the NRL gave out free VB for Origin night. That's like saying, we know you might act like a dickhead tonight, here's some help and money for us. So you'll have to forgive me if I don't seem particularly optimistic about sporting codes making it a priority to tackle the domestic violence issue.